Our top fuel winner, Antron Brown, continues to lead the points by 77 over second place Doug Coletta. This is Antron's 60th career victory. First win since 2 races ago, Charlotte 2. Antron, whole shot victory in the final round against Brittany Force. You and Brittany have been banging heads several times over the course of the season. You came out on top with a whole shot victory, won the race, extended your points lead.
It felt good. It definitely felt good to get that win, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie to everybody. All the credit goes to my team, and I tell you what, the good Lord above was driving that car in that final. And I can tell you one thing: I've never had this happen before, where I closed my helmet visor down, and I had my fresh air on, and I turned my helmet, I shut my helmet visor right before I put the stage on, and I couldn't see nothing. It was pitch white, and that was just from being hot in the car and everything else. When I was staging, I was like, as long as I could see them lights light up and I could see a faint of the blue, and the only thing I was worried about, I said, well, maybe I lifted it back up, so I lifted my helmet visor up for a split second, but I said, nope, I'll get in trouble, so I'll put it back down, you know what I mean? So, because if something happens on a racetrack, then I like keeping my eyes, you know what I mean? So I just took a chance on it, and when we went down the racetrack, obviously just to try to keep it in the center of the groove, and I overdrove the car a little bit, and we cut just a good enough light to get that win. So with all the boys working hard, and Brian Karate and Mark Oswald and all these Mako U.S. Army Toyota boys, they did a great job, man, this weekend. I mean, for having one round of qualifying, going down the racetrack, and coming up here and for the car to perform like it did. And we had some lucky breaks go our way. We had different rounds, but we kept our head down and we just kept fighting this whole way. That's what we do, we fight. Because St. Louis wasn't the way that we wanted to be, and we made up for it coming out to this race. This championship, there's still plenty of racing left, 3 more races left, and we just got to continue suit and get in that groove, and we got to fight hard, man, because ain't nobody going to give you a championship. And you can see in a funny car, you can see in pro stock bike and pro stock car, that everybody's winning who needs to win to survive. And it's, brother, I tell you what, the competition's at all-time high, but I'm really enjoying it, racing in this kind of competition, because it's bringing the best out of everybody on all these teams.
It's open questions to members of the media. Name and affiliation.
Brian Rippey from the Reading Eagle. You got away with one in the semifinals, but I guess when you look back and you win something, you always seem to get away with one in every round, you know, around somewhere along the line.
Well, the thing about it is that I don't know what happened that round, and the only thing I can tell you, these conditions out here were crazy today, and it didn't happen to me. It happened to 2 other top fuel cars in that same round, and we had them similar conditions here last year. It happened the same way, where we made it, not last year but the year before, where we made it to a final round and our car jumped up the start line just like that. And that's what happens when you have so much moisture in the air. It's like you think the track is stellar, and it wasn't as great as it was the round before. We left our car the same to go out there and run a 68. And what it did was it didn't even make it 2 feet, and neither did our other teammates' cars, because they're all running 70 flats and trying to run 60s too. So hey, hats off. Brittany with the monster car, they went down there and won a 73. But nobody would have thought with those kind of conditions that 73 would have won that round. So we went back, regrouped, and we put our car in a little different setup for that final, because we wanted to make sure we'd go down and have a chance to win. And thank God it was enough, and you set yourself up to have a little luck here and there, but it's the way you qualify, where you place yourself at, and the chips always fall where they fall, and we're just fortunate and happy to get that win.
Describe what you have to do on a run like that to get the car down the racetrack. You might not have known that Sean had popped the blower or had a problem, and you were wheeling the car down there, and you had to pedal it seemed like 6 or 7 times.
I did, and think about it, I just didn't want to do nothing stupid, because every time I hit the gas pedal, these fuel cars are so violent that every time I hit it, I felt the car jump off the ground. And like if it would have, like when I hit the gas pedal, would have stayed down and went, then I'd have been like, all right. But I probably could have just kept my foot in the first time I did it, and it probably would have hooked up, because it had enough momentum to go, but I just didn't want to cross the center line or do something stupid and make it cross up. The worst thing you don't want to do is make it cross up, and I was trying to do a little LD, little Larry Dixon motion, where he does a little tap dance with it until he gets it going enough momentum where he can lay into it. So, but I was just hoping and praying, and it made it happen, and the wind light came on, and we got past that round, would set us up where we could actually smile and go, all right, we're in the final now, that round's gone. You know what I mean? So that was definitely one of those rounds that we slipped on by, and it set up for a great final round match right there.
Next question.
Steve Barbieri, Auto Racing News. Were you surprised, considering that Brittany won all her rounds in the right lane, that she switched over to the left lane, considering they got all their data in the right lane?
Well, right now, there's no secret right now, and I mean, the left lane was a lane of choice, but I tell you what, all the races that I've won here in the past, we did it from the right lane every year. The right lane was just as good as the left lane. Only reason why, and I'll be honest with you, is that there's a patch in the right lane on the start line. And the patch is exactly where literally where our left tire sits on the patch on the right lane. But it only lasts for a half a tire revolution. Not even half a tire revolution, you're out of it. So it wasn't like the lane was bad, because you wouldn't be able to run like that. I mean, Tony went 70 flat in it this morning against Steve-O going to 69. So, I mean, I don't think it was any run. We went down the right lane, went at 72 in qualifying. So it wasn't that it was, but you just don't want to put yourself into a lane that you're going up there and going, well, maybe it could be good or maybe it could be bad. If you have lane choice, why wouldn't you take the one without the patch? You get what I mean? And we knew what was happening. When we lost lane choice, we're like, we're going to be in the right lane, but she just went at 73 in the right lane, so we knew we could go right down it, especially in front of us when you see TJ go at 89. So when TJ goes to 89, he goes, this lane's all right. But the funny car's not in that patch also, too. So you just got to deal with the hand that was dealt to you, keep your head down, and we just put the pedal to the metal and made it happen.
Next question.
Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. So, can you be more candid? What was the mistake you personally made on the last run? You said you made a mistake.
Well, I did. Well, now I'm inside the box, Stan. But the thing about it was the mistake that I made is that, for one, I don't know what I could have did different starting my helmet for Foggy, but we're going to look at that situation to make that a lot better.
Okay.
Problem started right there. And the reason why I made a mistake is I should never let that block my train of thought. And I actually missed the tree. I had a 66 light one all day long. My worst light was a 47, and I was 37 and 38. And the 47, I even missed it a little bit. I wasn't dead on. And I just don't want to leave no room out there. You got to get all you can get to win these rounds. And that was a lucky round for us to win. So. And then by it being foggy, that was another bad judgment because I couldn't see going down the racetrack. I could not see. I didn't know if I knew I was in a groove, and I saw him getting closer to the center line, so my car was drifting to the left. So that's when I knew. I said, all right, I got to bring it over back to the right. And if I could see, my car would have stayed dead in the middle of the racetrack all the way down. So I nipped it early before the finish line because I'm thinking I'm at the finish line. I wasn't at the finish line. So it was a couple things that I left our guard down, and we're lucky that we came out that win. And my hat's off to the Matco guys because they gave us just enough to make it happen.
And in addition, what does it mean for you to win one of these events when you're wearing the pink for the breast cancer situation?
It goes beyond words. And October has become a special, special month each and every year that we come out here. And this race always starts it for us. And to have my aunt that went through breast cancer, my mom's sister, years ago, where she had like literally 7 to 8 different operations before they had all the modern treatments where they just kept on cutting and cutting and cutting on her. And then my mother-in-law with less than 4 or 5 years ago, where she went through breast cancer, and it is one of the most helpless things that you're ever a part of because you're only there for support and you can't do nothing. And you see them fight this fight, and it's breaking them down in every which way. They lose their hair, and then they're going through this, and the strains and struggles for them just to keep on fighting the fight, and all you can do is cry and hug them. And then you see how many people affects a brawl. Like all the fans, either their wives, their aunts, their relatives or cousins or best friends or mothers or grandmothers, and they're broke down. And they come up to me, and some of them came and say, I had breast cancer, and they're crying and want a hug from me. And when you're hugging people and you're talking about what they went through and how they went through it, and you're just there for support, and you say, this card means something that special to me. And when you know you can touch people and you could actually be there to be their flagship and bring them a little joy by winning a round and come back and say, go get them again. That makes it all, like, to me, that makes it very special for what Matco is doing by giving back and giving that support to them. And not just that, but raising money for Breast Cancer Research Foundation to actually try to make it a little bit easier on the people that's going through it now.
Yeah, thank you.
Any additional questions? Antron, congratulations. Next race will be in Dallas. Back-to-back wins here at Maple Grove. You're chasing your second consecutive title and third overall. Congratulations. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Joe. It always feels good, and I love being close to home in Maple Grove, especially with all the family. Thanks again.